Congratulations to all the coordinators for choosing topic is really essence of today's need. And being an alumna of BVM Engineering College, it's privilege for me to be part of this. Thank you very much, sir. Namaste, sir. Sir, while looking towards 80C, 90C, I remember the days of my enrollment number. I am 90C 463. And it's almost 30 years. Yeah. And again, I'm here. It's my pleasure, and I'm very much thankful for inviting me. The topic which has been chosen for webinar series is of utmost importance, because whenever you are facing any interview for any employment, either in government sector or not private sector or any public sector, whenever you are facing personal interview, their first question is, what is your project title? In which area you have prepared and performed in project during your graduation level? So as per that, if your answer is such appropriate, then questionnaire will also be in that direction. So chances of selections are increasing. Again, the project, if you have done wisely and with up-depth knowledge, then only you are able to face the interview successfully. Because when you are asked about your project at your graduation level, and the question which was asked from that, if you are not able to answer it properly, then it is giving the image that overall your study, your graduation knowledge is drained. It is not up to the mark, or your concepts are not clear. So that creates the bad impression and chances of selections are reduced. Again, the topic which I have chosen, that is including the title itself is stating, but it is including different employment recruitment chances in public and private sector for civil engineers. So along with that, I want to share with you that which kind of examination is carried out for selection of the right candidates. And along with that, I have tried to include the variety of projects which are undertaken by different public and private sector in Gujarat, in India, and also in world, so that you can have choice of the topic for your graduation level, as well as your knowledge and perception by reading you can enhance in that direction. So by sharing the screen, I am trying to share the things which I have considered of importance. So global employability through project works, and here the scope of presentation is for civil engineers. For any query after the presentation, you can contact me on my email ID. And I propose a thanks for the invitation to BVM Alumni Association. I am part of that. Institute of Engineers Civil Students Chapter. Head of the department, respected Jala sir. Coordinator, Professor Bhausar sir. Moderator, Professor Monali, Dhaval and Jaideep. Thank you. So what are the opportunities for civil engineers in government sector?
Ma'am, sorry to disturb you.
Yeah.
But your presentation is not visible.
Presentation is not visible. Let me check. Now?
Yes, now. But yes, okay. All screen is visible.
That's fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, uh, BVM is quite advanced and upgraded as per the AICTE guidelines declared time to time and in world competency, whichever is in demand. Say, I was a student admitted in 1990 in the first credit system batch, and that credit system was introduced first in BVM, and they have tried their best to explain about the system on the first day during the orientation. That has given the much more weightage to keep the to keep the full confidence in the institute, which is which has given this kind of good orientation. Even though they have introduced this new system first time, they have made us very clear about the system on the first day during the orientation. The system, credit system, was adopted and in existence and in picture, and as a faculty I have observed and faced and worked in that credit system in 2008. So BVM has introduced that system almost 18 years earlier than the another universities. BVM, which was affiliated to Sardar Patel University, at that time, now it's autonomous. That is also again a great thing, because the 7 institutes are in competition and they have kept full efforts, even though only BVM has been selected to get the title of autonomous body. So all the students make proud to be part of the BVM, to be the alumni of BVM, and to be the student of BVM, because our faculty, our department, our institute is quite further beyond the another institutions in case of upgradation and the latest techniques to be adopted. The after being the autonomous body, again to get the TechWhip project all the time and getting good fund for student, faculty, institute, upliftment and modernization. So to get the fund, again indicating the reputation of the institute, not only in infrastructure, including all the resources from material to man. All the resources with BVM is in handsome amount. That's why it has been selected and nominated for the autonomous body, as well as to get the TechWhip fund and TechWhip scheme all the time. So that is again, whenever any announcement occurs, I always search first where the BVM is. Then it comes the LD where I am belongs to. So that kind of student involvement is again required for the institute as gratitude. The institute has planned this webinar. That is also a good topic and consideration for your future. So for any query after the presentation, you may contact me on this my email ID. And I am thankful to all my respected faculty members. So if we are starting with the opportunities for civil engineer after graduation in government sector. Say if you want to join academic, to join the government engineering colleges degree level or diploma level, or if you want to join any self-finance institute, then only your basic qualification required is master in civil engineering. Otherwise, for all GPSC and public sector employment, you can apply on graduation level on the degree of B. The Gujarat Maritime Board Narmada Water Resources, Water Supply and Culture Department, Gujarat Water Supply and Sewerage Board, Road and Building Department, Gujarat Energy Transmission Corporation Limited, Sardar Sarovar Narmada Nigam Limited, District Inspector Land Record, that is Revenue Department. There are wanted of town planner, valuer, surveyor in government departments. In municipalities and municipal corporations, as municipal engineer, urban planner, town planner. In Gujarat itself, you have 5 big municipal corporations: Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation, Surat Municipal Corporation, Rajkot, Jamnagar and Bhavnagar. Then Gujarat Electricity Board, Gujarat Housing Board, Gujarat Industrial Development Corporation, Staff Selection Committee for Junior Engineers, Railway Recruitment Board for Junior Engineer. After training and with departmental exams, promotion and designation is changed. In India Engineering Services, in Army, Military, you can search number of employment opportunities for civil engineers in Gujarat through web portals. In Gujarat State Police Housing Corporation Limited, as Vidyut Sahayak, Junior Engineer Civil. In Paschim Gujarat વીજ Company Limited, in Gujarat State Electricity Corporation Limited, in DGVCL. Also, there are opportunity as estate manager, as forest range officers. So these are different opportunities in government sector for civil engineers. All have different kind of projects, as the civil engineering is versatile branch and it has very wide scope. Generally, the recruitment process in above stated government offices or departments, so they are taking on 11th month contract basis, merely on merit basis, and that is after graduation. If you are in preparation of GPSC or in search of some good job, then you can try for this contract based opportunity, in which you are getting the recruitment on merit basis. It is merely temporary post. Also, you can have internship if you are trying for further study or to visit or to go for further study to foreign country and you are in preparation. Then also, or you are trying for GATE or you are trying for the master course admission. At that time also you can go for the internship in government departments, and that is on contract base, but that is also on merit base. So it is required that you should have more than 7 CPI. So when I was a student in Gujarat University, after completing my graduation in credit system at BVM, in Gujarat University, there is marks system and percentage system, and they are declaring the result in the form of first class, second class, first with distinction, that way. So in that case, to score some percentage is much more important. So maybe the paper quality or the paper setting is by considering the average or moderate student and their knowledge and aptitude and performance. But in BBM, we are trained in such a manner that it's credit system and grading system. So whatever hard paper the faculty want to set and want to ask, they are doing so. and that way we need to perform. So that make you to make your reading beyond the syllabus, to make your reading conceptual. It's not such that these are the defined syllabus and these are the defined term work, and from those only the paper will be set and you need to perform and you are scoring good. Again, say in the university, like say GTU, the number of institutes affiliated, they have some limitation for setting of the papers. Also, there are more number of involvement of the student fraternity as well as the different category of faculty fraternity. So that is making you some liberal to accept the challenges. But for BVM, it is not so. So always to be part of the good job, also you should be ready to accept the challenges. Here the faculty is with you to guide in project. They will explain you what to read, from where to read, what should be your literature review, and how, which design you need to make, what will be your probable steps of methodology, and how you can retrieve your conclusion. But after 1 year, when you are in field, your company will take some project and they will give you to handle that project as project engineer. Then your vision must be updated in that direction, which make you aware about different literatures available from where you can have good conceptual knowledge as well as you have the knowledge of practice of course. Google is always not helpful. Say if you are saying in every instant that by Google search, but think what is your contribution on Google? If you are utilizing the things which another persons have done and keep on the Google, and from where you are searching and utilizing it, then there should be always in our life give and take. You should also contribute by project work or by some literature review work in such a manner that you can also contribute to Google and your work also comes under the search by another persons. So for recruitment also, when they are making it the practice that it is on merit base, then your merit is indicating your performance in examination. But if you are looking towards the total recruitment process in this competitive era, and when there are increase in education level tremendously, as well as there are so many colleges and seats availability, also there is vast increase in the population, then with the time competition is also tough. And in that you need to develop yourself with conceptual knowledge as well as good communication skill, and also you should have knowledge about the current affairs and about different infrastructure projects to be successful in any interview. Say even for additional assistant engineers and some class 3 post in government, class 1, class 2, class 3 and class 4. 4 posts are there. And even you are trying for the class 3 post, then for the elimination round and for scrutinizing the good candidates, first they are taking 200 marks preliminary exam, that is of MCQ type, which is including 100 marks technical and 100 marks of general knowledge. And if it's class 3 post, then computer test and knowledge is essential. So by test they are seeing your competency. Whereas for class 2 and class 1, once you are getting, you need to clear CCC and CCC plus type of the computer examination, which are the department examination, and then your confirmation, probation completion has been entitled. Then say if you are applying for assistant engineer as class 2 post, then also preliminary exam of 300 marks has been taken, 200 marks of technical and 100 marks of GK. So GK is making your surfing good, your knowledge enhancing with the current affairs, and those all are required to be up to date, because day by day comes obsolescence and new modern technologies has been introduced. So your GK is also of the utmost importance. Even aptitude test, and that aptitude test is mapping your brain and mapping your efficiency to manage and handle the work, and to find out so clinic marks, they are generally asking the first question that what is your project at graduation level. So project title and project work is important to get a good job in future. Then say if you are trying for deputy executive engineer and executive engineer like class 1 post, then it's a very tough job. કહીએ ને કે અભિમન્યુના 7 કોઠા વિધવાની વાત છે. So first they are taking the preliminary examination, that is of 500 marks, which comprise of 300 marks of technical and 200 marks of general knowledge. After that, whoever are coming in the merit, they will go for the mains exam, and mains exam is of 600 marks technical, that is written test, which is of MCQ and descriptive combination, and 300 marks of current affairs or the general knowledge. As per the department type, the GK questions are involved. So say for example, if it's a competitive exam for the say irrigation department, then general knowledge will be related to the irrigation facility in the state. Same way, if you are involved in the say for officer competitive type, they will ask you questions related. Screen sharing, Jaturi. Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am. Your screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Screen visible.
મારી 8 નંબરની સ્લાઇડ દેખાય છે મેડમ.
હા, number 8 is.
Then 100 mark of personal interview and 3 hours are given for 200 mark papers. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
And screen is visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
okay. I am finding that some net issue was there, that's why I have asked. So same way for in government, in R&B department, there is upper class 2, lower class 2, upper class 3, that kind of some posts are also there. So giving opportunity recruited direct in class 1 without any experience, and then they are giving you training for 1 year, and then they are giving you posting. So at the age of 21 or 22 or 23 to be direct in class 1, it's a very tough job, but again it is very it's a matter of very proud matter to be selected direct in class 1. Again, in these processes, it has been observed that the master pursuing students are selected. There are more chances of selecting them. But that is again due to the competition. And with the time, while they are pursuing the master, they have the good knowledge and complete knowledge at the graduation level. Otherwise, application are invited from all graduates. It's not so that only masters can apply. So whatever the papers are set or whatever competitive exam has been drafted and conducted, that is based upon the graduation level subjects only. Again, say even for the lower class 2, there is preliminary of 300 marks, personal interview of 100 marks, and as per the department, they will take the mains exam. Again, say in this exam, local language, Gujarati language, which is the language of communication for all government works. So that is Gujarati. It is also of 100 marks and that is to be in 1 hour only. So it is again required to get a job in government of Gujarat, and as a resident of Gujarat, you should have good command over the local language, that is Gujarati. Again, there is one paper of English language that is also of 100 marks and 1 hour. That includes the grammar, the sentence formulation, to find the difference between two words, the meaning of different words, then whether it is singular, plural, that kind of questions are also included in that Gujarati language and English language. So whoever studies from Central Bharat always saying that I'm not comfortable and convenient in Gujarati, but it's not so. If you want to pass out and to be competent in government job, then you must have good writing, reading, drafting ability in addition to the speaking ability in Gujarati. As such, when તમારે IELTS કરીને કેનેડા જવું હોય છે ત્યારે તમે ઇંગ્લિશ બોલતા, વાંચતા, લખતા બધું જ શીખો છો, because that is the need of that country and that you are doing. So here, if you are residing in Gujarat and you are opting for the government of Gujarat GPSC examinations, then you must have good command over Gujarati. Here, so many communication, as I am in government from 22 and more years, so I have been observed that so many things we need to draft in Gujarati only, and all our circulars comes in Gujarati. Say Paripatra, Kacheri Adesh, that way it has been given. Then some letters come with the heading of Khangi. Then below they are writing Sachiv, Agra Sachiv. So that all we need to do. If we are knowing that what is secretary, what is principal secretary, then we need to know what is their Gujarati meaning. Again, respected sir, respected madam. Here in Gujarati we need to write Mananiya Mahoday Sri. That way also is required if we are writing the letter to minister or to the office of minister or to the principal secretary. That way we need to write in Gujarati. So Gujarati command is also required to be performed well in government sector. Then technical knowledge is always of utmost priority in selection. Again, say if there are more applications in GPSC, then say I have shared this example which duty I have performed on this last Sunday, and that was of range forest officer. There are only 51 posts, total 51 posts, and total applications are more than 3 lakhs. Applications are more than 3 lakhs, and again it is class 2. So for scrutiny, they have conducted the preliminary test and 2 papers based upon the general knowledge, though the questions are based upon the forest department is more, and 3 hours सामान्य पेपर 1, सामान्य पेपर 2, that way it was of 200 marks. Whoever will get succeed in that, then they will take 150 marks 5 papers which are technical and subject specific. So that is again of 750 marks, and then total marks of 100 of personal interview. So this much competition is there in the government sector. Now who can beat this? Who can beat this? Whoever has adopted discipline in their life and whoever has the reading habit regularly. I must say that I became disciplined when I have joined BVM in 1990 to wake up at 5 o'clock in morning and to mesmerize the throughout day work and to plan for the day. And that is my schedule yet maintained even after 30 years. This is the only institute, engineering college, which starts sharp at 8 a.m. And if you are late even by 2 minutes, at that time, it was such disciplined that my faculty is not allowing me in the classroom. Again, BVM has made me practice to make the prayer every day and to pay gratitude to the nation every day. Prayer and national anthem. That was in my habit, in my discipline when I have joined BVM in 1990 and even after 30 years, because that was my practice for 4 years. Because the college hours in credit system was 8 to 6, morning 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. in the evening. And how to be efficient for this much longer hour of a day and to work hard and to be regular in your schedule, in your sessions, and to reach in time. Again, term works, everything is checked regularly. So how to complete the work regularly within a week, because whatever is given to me on Monday, that I supposed to give for assessment and checking on next Monday. So that make you disciplined. With gratitude and with proud, I am saying you that I have filled the form of only one GPSC and I have cleared the GPSC at the first click. Today, whatever I am at this post, that is through GPSC, and I have filled the form of only one GPSC and I have appeared for only one GPSC. And only during that one GPSC only I got the government job in 1999. Again, I should say I have cleared my graduation in end of the 94. Then I have worked 3 years in the field, which had made my practical knowledge in civil engineering field. I have worked with civil engineer and architect firms in private sector. Then again, I have joined academy in education in self-finance college, and then first time after my graduation, the post for the lecturer, GPSC post for the lecturers have been declared. I have filled that form, I have cleared the entrance test, I have faced the personal interview, and I got the job. But this all I can make one thing is BVM, the reputed institute student designation is with me. Second, my result, again, not that much topmost. I was not so brilliant, but again, it is first class and with distinction. Then to make myself disciplined. And with the discipline, with regular homework, I have prepared for that. And with the grace of God, of course, by the grace of God, I got the selection. So this all is required. You are lucky enough at BVM, choose your project wisely and do the work sincerely. Say recruitment in PSU beyond the government sector, that is public sector undertaking, is also there for civil engineers. There are 277 central public sector undertakings in India. There are state-owned corporations and enterprises. So with government of Gujarat also, there is PSU government jobs. They are giving enough competence to the government scale, that is at present 8.35 lakh per annum. Here the admission occurs on the basis of GATE score. Generally, they are not conducting the written test. Based upon the GATE score, they are eliminating the student from the field applications, and then by personal interview, and if in some cases required more, then they are recruiting. Say one of the PSU is DRDO, that is Defense Research and Development Organization. They are conducting descriptive exam, but their application criteria is based upon the GATE score only. Whoever student has cleared the GATE and have the valid score above the defined datum line, they only can apply. Say Indian Oil Corporation Limited, National Fertilizers Limited, Nuclear Power Corporation of India Limited, NLC India Limited, that is National Limited, Oil and Natural Gas Corporation, Power Grid Corporation of India Limited, Banking Sector, New Space India Limited. These are some examples I have told you of PSU in Gujarat, and who give regularly wanted for civil engineers, and there is recruitment for civil engineers in PSU, public sector undertakings in Gujarat and in India. Say one of the government body I have told, that is Sardar Sarovar Narmada Nigam Limited, which is known as SSNLL, and they have the recruitment of class 2 civil engineers for the post of class 2 civil engineers. So which kind of projects they are handling? So now I am giving you idea about your project selection, and if you are facing any of these job recruitment procedures, then what kind of questions they will ask, that you may have the idea by knowing about which type of projects they are handling. Okay, it's but natural that SSNLL employees have to handle the projects whichever with the Sardar Sarovar Narmada Nigam Limited. So they will ask the question also for that area only. So there are main projects are of canal work, the lined canals, and there is main canal, branch canal, distributary, minor, sub-minor. Up to minor canal, it is open lined canal. Sub-minors are underground pipeline. So the person selected may work in division, circle office, or in chief engineer office. So they need to know about land acquisition for new facility, how to prepare estimate, how to float a tender, how to conduct a bid, how to scrutinize the tender applications, to how to draft the contract, how to hire the contractors, what terms and conditions to be given when it is given on contract, then how to prepare proposals, how to conduct the canal lining works, how to maintain them, repair them. So those all type of projects with SSNLL and their recruitment criteria based upon examination includes all these things. So you may also choose the project from this area. Then if you are facing irrigation department entrance examination, then how to prepare for that and how to select the project for that. So projects related to irrigation are with the department, and entrance exam is based upon water resources engineering and management. Though irrigation is the artificial supply of water to the agricultural land, they also include the removal of excess rainwater, the drainage issues, the river projects, dam construction, maintenance, related to pond to increase their capacity of storage of water at the rural areas, then to make the flood protection work. So how to make retaining walls, what kind of flood protection work or project can be carried out. So that also you can take as project and canal work. These are in irrigation department. The highest recruitment is observed in road and building department in government sector. Number of posts, if you are looking, then also it is highest. So there is more emphasis in highway sector and in building construction. So you can choose the projects based upon the roadways, the highways, the geometric design of highway, the alignment fixation of highway, strengthening of highways, widening of highways, the quality control criteria for highway construction, the material testing for the materials used in highway construction, how to make roads safe, what should be the traffic control devices to be provided on roadside, to make the cattle track on creek corridors or uninterrupted flow on the highways. So design of underpass, design of overpass, to design of foot over bridge. So generally their entrance exam is based upon the knowledge of highway engineering, pavement design, bridge construction, traffic engineering, highway safety. So they have the projects which are based on roads and based on government buildings and offices. So you can choose your project at graduation level based upon your knowledge in highway engineering, pavement design, in bridge construction engineering, in traffic engineering, in highway safety projects. You need to learn about design of underpass, overpass, cattle track. As in Charotar or in Gujarat towards Mehsana also, you are finding the animals and milk products and milk-based occupation in addition to the agricultural activities. So they have number of cattle, and those cattle need to have regular food and move and we can say the bathing or say washing of the animals. So they are around the area. Now the national highway which has been passed through number of villages, so they have divided the farms or the agricultural land. So when the number of cattle try to cross the national highway, which is with median, which is with age safety protector barriers, and also they are with the 4-lane, 6-lane, so it's unsafe. So for them to make the cattle track, so they should also be all weather accessible. So accessibility and the design of cattle track, it is also one project. Then where to provide foot over bridge, where to provide a toll booth, that is also the project. How to provide traffic control devices, which type of device to be provided. So that is also the project. What are the road safety furniture? which type of crash barriers to be provided. That is also one project. What material testing to be carried out for selection of the highway construction material. That is the project. Again, say what should be the quality control criteria for sustainable roads and buildings for their construction, for their life, for their durability. That is also the project. How the existing roads which are insufficient to cater the today's demand of traffic, then how to maintain them, how to widen them, how to add the lanes in from one lane, single lane to two lane, single lane to intermediate lane. Again, under the Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, provide the rural areas connectivity to make the village roads, how to design the pavement, how to design the cross section of bituminous road, what should be the thickness of different layers, what should be the gradation. Those all are the projects, and this you can take as a study project at your graduation level. Under the R&D department, there are construction of government buildings, government offices. So, જેને generally તમે ગુજરાતીમાં બહુમાળી તરીકે સાંભળો છો. બહુમાળી is in Ahmedabad at Lal Darwaja. It is also in Surat as we go beyond the Athwa lines. There is Bahumari building. So those are the government buildings, and those government buildings are constructed, planned, designed, operated, maintained by government. That is under the R&D department. Even our colleges, government colleges, are constructed, maintained, planned, designed by R&D department. So there are so many projects under road and building category. For civil engineers, there are scope in municipal corporation offices, in ward offices. So I want to share you about different project works at municipal corporation office and at ward office in civil engineering field, which also make you suitable to choose the project for your final year, which will also make you to increase your knowledge and reading in those project directions, which will be helpful to you to clear the competitive examination and to get a good job. Is it interesting? સાંભળો છો બધા? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, madam. And students, if you have any question in between, you can write it down in the chat box. Okay?
Yes, we will take it
So continue,
after
madam.
the presentation. Yes.
After the discussion. Yes.
Say for example, I'm talking about Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation or Ahmedabad Urban Development Authority. Okay, this way it is with all SMC and SUDA also, with RMC and DUDA also. But here I am discussing for one city, that is for Ahmedabad. So there are different projects and works under AMC and ODA, and they are categorized in two parts. If you are selected and posted in board office, then you need to handle the work done from board office. If you are in project department, then what kind of projects are conducted in project department? So reverse and like big projects are handled there. And there is one office in central zone, which is area is known as Danapit. So in Danapit office, there is a particular department for all projects, and project related work is done from Danapit office, and ward offices are in each ward, in each zone. So they are known as the zone office and ward office. So Ahmedabad is divided in north, south, east, west, center, and northeast zone. Zone office and ward office. In Ahmedabad, it is the practice that the urban planning related projects are planned designed by SAFT, and in some cases by SVNIT students. BRTS, Bus Rapid Transit System, is one mass transportation facility for public transportation, and that is in Ahmedabad, planned and designed by SET and in Urban Planning Department. We can also take the projects for bus scheduling, then routing, define the route of bus, determine the frequency, make the schedule of bus so that maximum connectivity to the citizens of the area of the city can be given. The seat availability, the comfort, the conveniency, the level of service has been analyzed. Then their economic evaluation can also be carried out, means what is the expenditure to run the BRTS and to make the facility for the citizens, and what are the benefits, what revenue generation, and that can also be taken as a mass transportation system study as one project. Same way in Ahmedabad there is AMTS. It is the city bus facility which is moving in each and every corner of the city. Because Ahmedabad is expanded gradually, also it has some congested and highly populated dense area where the roads are also limited one and they need the more frequency periodically, regularly. So there are minibus also and large capacity buses are also. They are moving in mixed traffic, in heterogeneous traffic along with another vehicular traffic on the roads of the Ahmedabad, whereas the BRTS is moving in dedicated lanes. The project was in municipal corporation in the road section. That is, they are making the road for 18-meter width and more. So road construction maintenance is that. Then to make the grade separated intersection, and that is to construct the flyover, then the bridge over the river, as such on Sabarmati in Ahmedabad and Tapi in Surat. Then pothole repairing, patchwork, that is in municipal corporation project work, the large flyovers made in Ahmedabad. Then project work related to drainage, so providing the underground drainages, then providing the road drainages on the sides, then stormwater drainage system. So large size concrete drainage is provided, and maintenance through the manhole, that is regularly and periodically. Then drainage pumping station construction and operation. Then duct drainage line, which are of 1 and 2 meter diameter as per the population and requirement and quantity calculated, or say the runoff quantity calculated. Then sewage treatment plant construction and maintenance along with the operation. Then providing mobile sanitary units on demand at public gatherings for cleanliness. Then stormwater disposal, these are the projects in municipal corporation. Then in traffic division, providing traffic signs, making the intersection signalized, the erection, operation and maintenance of traffic signal. Then to provide the thermoplastic paint with glass bead on road surface, on the road sides, on curbs, on medians, as pavement marking, as defining the center line, the edge of the pavement, the zebra crossing for pedestrian, then cat-eye placing for night visibility, then stop line at intersection. These are the projects in traffic. Then in housing, the construction of economically weaker section house, which is known as the Awas. Awas is a well communicated name nowadays. Then the house for the low income group. Then removal of slum, rehabilitation of slum, inhabitants. Those are the projects under housing. And under the municipal corporation for buildings, that is construction of sport complex, playground, swimming pool, gymkhana for public, conference hall, community hall, hospitals, ward office, civic center. These are the buildings which are as project work in municipal corporation. So this also you can take as a civil engineer in your project work in final year. That way you will go for differing what are the requirements of sport complex, what dimensions should be given, what should be planned, what should be accommodated, how they are grouped, different units, how to arrange those different units. For that you will go for differing different sport complex in different cities, in different countries, and that way you can make your plan drawing with plan elevation section, 3D in AutoCAD. Even you can use the civil 3D, and you can choose it as a project, and this will also help you in selection in municipal corporation in building division. Then development of river banks, that is known as the river front. So facility is provided there for boating, cycling, planning of fairs, organization of exhibitions, stalls are provided, different facility for recreational activities are planned. So that is riverfront project. So these are in project office at Danapit in Ahmedabad. Then in ward office in different zones. In drainage, they are doing drainage network laying, their maintenance, their upgradation, repairing, chalking problem, then solution by providing machinery in nearby. So they are working in ward, in zone. So they are, it is fast relief. So they are using different machines like sucker, deep suction, jet, and CCTV machines. So they are cleaned by robot hands and monitored on CCTV. So this kind of advanced equipments and machineries are with the corporation. So that also you should know in being a civil engineer. Then in road work, they are making the township road, that is RCC roads and bituminous roads, resurfacing work. Then pothole repairing in corporation are done by two methods, by cold mix and by wet mix. So what is cold mix, what is wet mix, what are their quality, how they are prepared, what are their drawbacks, where to be used, what will be their life. These are also the project work. You can take your project work under SSIP also. If your work is experimental based and you have some expenditures, then that can be provided to you from SSIP. So your IDP, UDP or your final year project can be the SSIP project also. Then jet patch work for small patch work, that is also one advanced technique in municipal corporation. So how that patch work, what are the different methods, what practice in different states, in different countries, that is your base literature review, and based upon that by experiment you are making one patch, that is its design, its composition is also your one project work. Then paver block laying, for that leveling is important, and removal of rainwater and anti-skidding and friction maintenance, that is paver block laying. Then footpath provision. Then in waterworks in ward office in municipal corporations, laying new water supply network, solving water pollution issue in daily water supply, purification of water, how much chlorine dose to be given in different climatic condition in water supply, maintain quality of water supply. Construction is done from project office, but ward office is go for regular cleaning of overhead water tank, maintenance and repairing of the water tank. Then building works. So construction, maintenance and repair of municipal corporation buildings at ward level. So community hall, Sulabh Sauchalay, okay, pay and use. That is good sanitation facility and that is under the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. Then ward office, urban health center, public garden. Then municipal corporation plots are reserved. So to protect them by boundary wall and wire fencing, that comes under the building works. So this all also you can take as your project work. Then public transportation within city boundary, that is by city bus facility. So where the bus stops should be provided, their design, construction, then bus terminal, then bus purchase, maintenance, fuel requirement for operation, fuel stations, bus schedule, route, bus fare, concession, bus information. These all are under the public transportation facility. Then general works in municipal corporations, that is to provide the society name boards, then to provide steel benches, other articles for children play activity in the public gardens, fountains at intersection, at garden, statues and theme-based artwork sculptures at different locations, then heritage spots and locations in the city, then public chalks like say Bhadra, Law Garden, Lal Darwaja. So there's planning, designing, cleaning, maintenance, monitoring. Then to provide plants and trees at median and roadside, that is known as roadside arboriculture. That is also one project. Then regular watering to the plants and trees, trimming of those trees, then washing, cleaning of the roads to maintain their frictions, river fronts, public places. Now this can be the projects of study in near future with each local authority as we are moving towards the sustainable development and eco-friendly development. So to enhance the transportation through eco-friendly modes, like say to encourage the pedestrian or say walk and use the public transportation, use bicycles, and so your projects you can choose for defining docking station for bicycles. From different locations in the city, you are getting the bicycle, and that bicycle you are using to reach to your office once you drop down or alight from the public transportation facility. So to enhance only 3 modes like say walk, cycle and bus, we try to manage the traffic, to reduce the air pollution, to reduce the noise pollution. So there are projects related to the traffic scenario, projects related to air pollution due to traffic, noise pollution due to traffic, and how to reduce them, how to encourage bicycles transportation, how to encourage walk transportation. So what facilities should be provided for pedestrian, what facilities should be provided for bicyclists, those are also the project titles. Then now to reduce the air pollution and to use the fuel less like petrol and diesel, e-vehicles are in market, but e-vehicles will be successful only if they have the availability of charging stations and replacement of batteries at a number of locations within city, on highways, along the long journeys. So about charging station, so you can use the QGIS like software, you can use Transcade, you can use ArcGIS, and you can identify and define the locations for the docking station for bicycles and charging stations for battery driven e-vehicles. Then which station have of what size they should provide, means a large size, small size, medium size. These are the 3 docking station types. So where which kind of docking station to be provided, so demand estimation, supply estimation, this kind of projects also you can take. Then metro train stations have been provided. So then how to reach to metro station from your residence, and how to reach to your office or workplace or activity center from metro station. Which kind of IPT system should be provided, which kind of connectivity or feeder system to be provided. That is also one kind of project you can take in final year. So design the feeder system, docking station, design the charging station, locate charging station, locate docking station, define capacity of the station, provide connectivity from your residence to the public transportation station, and provide connectivity from public transportation station to your activity center, which is known as first and last mile connectivity. So that kind of project also you can take in final year. Then you can take projects at your college campus or for your hostel blocks for study. That is plan for rainwater harvesting, plan for biogas plant, where the recharge wells should be provided and how they should be constructed, how to separate grey water, how to treat wastewater, where to use that treated water. You can dispose it to the garden. You can use it for washing of roads of the campus and the hostel. You can use it for washing of the solar panels if it is provided on terraced building of the campus and hostel. Then calculate carbon footprint. That is in the direction of green campus, smart campus. Then plan and design parking shades. Determine parking demand of the campus. Design parking for campus, for hostel. Then design cement concrete road in the campus, in hostel premises. So these are the projects which you can take for your institute, for your hostel building in final year. You can calculate what waste is generated in the campus per day, how it should dispose, recycling of waste. So this all you can take in your final year project. As a civil engineer, you have opportunities, so many opportunities in a builder office, in consultant office, on sites. You can go for construction, renovation, maintenance, supervision, planning, designing, landscaping, interior work, waterproofing work of residential schemes, of commercial offices, shops, malls, industrial sheds, road in industrial estates, roads in township, structural design of multi-story building. So there are so many offices in private sector. There you can work as civil engineer, and they can have variety of work. private sector, there are so many companies. If you are not able to clear the government competitive examination, or if you don't want to be stuck in some limited scopes, you want to be freelance, or you want to do your work your own, to be entrepreneur, to be businessman, to be builder, to be consultant, then also to gain the experience, you can work in different companies in private sector, and you can have exposure to different kind of projects and challenging, interesting job you can perform in private sector also. So Larsen and Toubro, Ideal Road Building, Infinite Civil Solutions Private Limited, Torrent, GSPC, Deloitte, Baiju, Accenture, KK Geosystem, RKC Infrastructure, Delph, Ajay Infrastructure, Tata Motors, Kunal Structures, PTS India, Jacobs, Home First Finance Company, Geocarte, High-Tech Projects, Sanghi Cement and Industries, Sachi Agency, Vadodara Cement, Afcons Infrastructure, Fishman Prabhu, Sistra, Goyal Infrastructure, IL&FS, Lasha, Sapuji, Punj Lloyd, Lanco Infratech, Madhukon Projects, MBL Infrastructure, Stoop Consultants, CCCL, Coastal Projects Private Limited, Translinks, Gammon India, GIPL, DLF, SR, SCC, Econ, JIP, JMC, KEC. So many private sector opportunities for you, for civil engineers in private sector. IRB, this you are frequently seeing on national highway. So on national highway, the grade separation, flyover, modernization, upgradation of existing national highway is carried out by IRB, and they are high-speed corridors. In Ahmedabad, from Ahmedabad to Gandhinagar, the mega train project is there, that is with Afcons Infrastructure Limited. In private sector, if you want to get the job, then first they will give you the definition that more than 7 CPI students only can apply. Without backlog graduation, those students can apply. GATE score is also given weightage. Elective project in final year is important. Written test is conducted, which is based upon almost all subjects of BE. Sometimes they are conducted descriptive for some specific project related knowledge if they want to check. MCQ is always preferable. Their MCQ includes aptitude type of questions also. Group discussion on current affairs and ongoing infrastructure projects is also part of selection criteria. Personal interviews there. For example, recently I have witnessed the Larsen and Toubro selection criteria during this pandemic situation. So everything was occurred online, and they came with the package offer from 2.4 to 6 lakh per annum, and selected student get 6 lakh per annum. So without experience, fresh B student is getting 50,000 per month. Also they are giving them training, so his technical knowledge as per the demand, as per the field criteria, will be sharpened by training at L&T in Baroda campus. So they have taken 130 questions of MCQ type online at all India level, and each carries 1 mark. Then they have made the merit, and then they have conducted PI, which is based upon their design engineering project, SSIP project, IDP, UDP, that is industry defined project or user defined project at graduation level. Engineering practices they have asked. So 3 persons are there to conduct the interview. 2 are the technocrats, and they have conducted the interview totally in English for technical, and human resources expert have communicated in Gujarati, and he has asked about different current affairs. So your project selection is important to get selection in good companies. So generally, what kind of projects with these private sector companies? So they are working as independent engineer of any government project, of any national or international level project, and they work as project management consultant. They work as a road safety auditor also. So you can take projects in final year of road safety audit. So how to conduct the road safety audit, and how safer this road. You can give some recommendations for improvement and more safety on the existing roads. So that is road safety auditor. So that kind of project also you can take. Then as a contractor, they take the work of full of implementation of any corridor. So they construct it, operate it, maintain it, collecting toll tax and giving back to the local authority or as a national property. So full implementation of corridor is also the project with the company. They check it regularly, convey the queries to the client. Who is client? Client is say government bodies, National Highway Authority of India for roads. Okay, then AMC, SMC for urban roads of the Ahmedabad and Surat. Then say R&B department at state level, they are the client. Then PMC need to monitor everything. So PMC type contracts they are taking. They are taking contracts of planning, geometric design, estimation, financial evaluation of the project. They fill the tender, they face the bid, they prepare the DPR, detailed project reports, feasibility projects. So you can prepare feasibility project report, that is also your project. You can make a design of any project in detail, that can be also your final year project. Then what road furniture should be provided, pavement design, cross section design, alignment fixation, collection of traffic data, analysis of traffic data, profile, horizontal profile, vertical profile of the highway, then cost benefit analysis for different projects, toll tax calculation, toll booth location fixation, drainage, airport design, port connecting road design, material testing, quality control criteria, supervision. These all are the different kind of projects with the government. Dholera Sar, if you have heard in Gujarat. So it is going to be smart city because it is planned city. So they have so many potential of work for civil engineers. So in road construction, in building construction, as they are settling population there, cities develop smartly, so they need to provide different facilities. So say this is sewer treatment plant, so say this is parking shades. So you can see opportunities for civil engineers. So these kind of projects with different contractors, with different private sector companies, and it is also with the government. Through government, it is given on contract on PPP mode, public-private partnership, different infrastructure projects for construction, for investment, for operation, maintenance. So you have the opportunity from government side as a client, as a part of client team. You have opportunity as a consultant, as a project engineer from private sector companies. So there are opportunity in different projects for civil engineers in Gujarat, in nation, in world. So here you can see the construction of pump house is going on. Then high-rise building construction. So in Dholera, sir, there are opportunities for civil engineers in Gujarat. The airport, special type of greenfield airport is planned in Dholera. So you can take as project what is greenfield airport, and you can take Dholera airport as case study. You can have literature review of worldwide greenfield airport projects, and that will make you aware about new techniques. For example, L&T, that is giving recruitment and selection to Gujaratis. They give training in Baroda. They take the projects in Gujarat, in India, and at global level. Say the road network in Dubai, planned, designed, constructed by L&T. Mauritius metro train project is with L&T. So if you are working with L&T as an engineer, then you can have to handle, you can have this all exposure, but you need to handle all this kind of the projects. So from study, if your basic knowledge is clear, then you can handle this kind of projects. So after the graduation, your survival will depend upon your competency, your confidence, your sincerity, your attempt to accept the challenges, your reading, your surfing, your communication. That only make you survive. Whatever you perform, that much protective job you have. So protection in job, regular salary, regular income, good lifestyle will depend on your knowledge in civil engineering field. There are 23 flyovers sanctioned in Gujarat in different cities, 7 in Ahmedabad, 8 in Surat, 6 in Vadodara, 1 in Bhavnagar, 1 in Jamnagar. So 23 flyover projects with Gujarat, and for that central government has given the fund sanctioning also. So in these large size cities, important cities, the 10% expenditure is taken by the municipal corporation and 90% is given as a fund. So flyover projects are also there in demand. Ahmedabad Metro, that is construction of metro stations, the flyover, the foundation, the allied facilities is under the civil engineering field. Ahmedabad has a new project in progress, that is Skywalk. So that is made for pedestrians to cross the river, to provide connectivity between two banks and without vehicle for pedestrian. So how this kind of skywalks have been constructed, that is also one project. It is given the look like, say, kites are arranged under the theme of vibrant. Then Gujarat has good coastal line, so that is giving the employment in Gujarat Maritime Board. Number of ports are there, number of harbors are there, so that is giving employment in Gujarat Maritime Board. Also they have offshore wind farm project, so that is also giving opportunity for the civil engineers. So what is offshore wind farm project and how the coastal line can generate the revenue? That can also be the project in final year. GIFT City, Gujarat International Finance Tech City, that is also one good project, partly completed, nearby Ahmedabad, already completed good infrastructure projects. So this is giving opportunity in future at global level to erect the statue at different locations, says the Statue of Unity and Mahatma Mandir. The Atal Tunnel project is proud of nation in competency of civil engineering infrastructure projects. The contractor, the planner, designer is getting opportunity at different challenging locations throughout the world. So their studies can also be required for enhancement of knowledge. If you are working in field and your company has this kind of project in any part of the world, then that knowledge will be helpful to you to prove your competency and efficiency in that project. So there is much more difference in seminar and project. You are choosing your project, you are handling project, you are coordinating project. So it's not simply the presentation and group discussion, it is the execution, it is the development, it is the monitoring, and that is with time limit, with quality control criteria, with definite strategies, and with proper analysis of the data. So only talks in seminar, webinar and group discussion is not for successful implementation of any project. So understand difference between seminar and project and learn and prepare for project with that competency. So project management needs for timing, control, strategy, monitoring, development, process, analysis, execution, planning, and organization. Software knowledge is also required for the timely completion of the project and to make the project interesting. Some tedious calculations, repetitions, iterations can be avoided, and you can make your project handy in presentation, in soft copy. Also, you can make and update it periodically. Hard copy have certain limitations. So as per the situation, periodical changes you can make in soft copies. You can send soft copies, you can enlarge it, you can minimize it, you can copy, paste and modify, you can edit it. So software learning is also important. Civil 3D, Primavera for estimation, VSIM for road design, AutoCAD for building design, STAAD.Pro for structural design, IIT.Pro for pavement design, MX Road for road design, QGIS for planning projects, ArcGIS, HDM4 for economic analysis, for financial analysis. These are the softwares which are in demand for good project work and project monitoring, planning, designing. There are different projects in India which generate so many employment opportunities for civil engineers. Bullet train, that is from Mumbai to Ahmedabad, high-speed rail corridor, and 345 kilometers from 508 kilometers is Gujarat. So there are so many employment opportunities for civil engineers. There are 28 steel bridges. So if steel bridge, you know, that also generate the employment opportunity. Hyperloop, Gaganyaan, motorable road through glaciers. So in Himachal Pradesh, rail bridge that is world's highest rail bridge in Chenab, which is named as Chenab Bridge, and that will attract so many rail bridge projects in India. Then highway corridor for Char Dham Yatra, then major junctions, highway construction, expressway, so many employment opportunities in transportation sector. Char Dham connectivity through railway. At present, it is up to Haridwar. So person can reach by railway up to Haridwar, and then by bus and roadway transportation it is carried out. So Char Dham railway, that is giving opportunity in Indian Railways to the civil engineers, and in highway construction, in national highway, in road and building department, Char Dham expressway, Mumbai Delhi expressway, travel time will be reduced to 12 hours from 24 hours. Then metro lines across 18 cities in India. Sagarmala project, that is again the highway corridors along the coastal lines, so port connecting roads, and efficient for goods transportation, freight transportation. Mumbai Trans Harbour Link, so good employment opportunity for civil engineers. This all you can take as your final year projects. Then Setu Bharatam, that is replacing the railway crossings on several highways with the bridges, so steel structures and rail corridors. Kalsar is pending since long. Bharatmala projects, so that is high efficiency, good quality road network. Indian Rivers Interlink project to get protection from flood and to provide water throughout nation from perennial rivers for all the 365 days, 24 hours. Then in Ladakh, Himachal Pradesh, connectivity through highway for good transportation, speedy transportation, for tourism, for military, and for Ladakh. Then e-vehicle promotion. So e-vehicle industry in India. So to erect the charging stations, to construct charging stations, to determine their locations, this all gives employment opportunities. So there are so many opportunities in civil engineering field, and there are wide variety of projects in civil engineering. So you can have the exposure for all this, and you can choose your project for final year. You can have good employment opportunity also based upon that. So with this, I am summing up, and thank you for patience and taking interest to be part of this webinar. And now session is handed to the coordinator. Hello.
Okay, madam. If you
Thank you so much.
Yes, Manthan, carry on.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for such informative session. We are grateful for the time and efforts to share your thoughts and experience with us. Thank you, ma'am. Is anyone have any question or queries? Then you can unmute your mic and ask to the expert now.
Students, please ask if you
Hello.
have any kind of idea of project in your mind, then please ask it.
Hello, ma'am. Ma'am, what is the class 1, class 2, and class 3 engineers?
So that those are the say those are the posts to work in hierarchy in the government sector. So if you learned in the professional practice and valuation about the hierarchy of the officers in R&B department, then there is chief engineer, then executive engineer, SE, assistant engineer. So those are the different cadres, and they have different projects to be handled, and in different level work they need to do.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, you said that there are lots of opportunities in future for civil engineers. Ma'am, you had done transportation engineering after civil engineering. So how you decided that you have to go for transportation engineering, then after GPSC, and then now you are a professor in LD engineering?
દરેક માણસના કંઈક ડ્રીમ હોય ને, ખ્વાબ. અને again with experience to work in some field, person themselves realize કે આ ફિલ્ડમાં આગળ વધવું છે અથવા તો મારે આ ફિલ્ડમાં કેરિયર બનાવી છે. જ્યારે ફ્રેશ એન્જિનિયર હોઈએ ત્યારે તો જે કોઈ ઓપોર્ચ્યુનિટી મળી હોય એમાં કામ કરતા હોઈએ. કામ કરતા વખતે અમુક ફિલ્ડ કે અમુક કામમાં ઇન્ટરેસ્ટ લાગે, અમુક કામમાં ના લાગે. અગેન વિથ ધ ટાઈમ આપણી મેચ્યોરિટી ને એક્સપિરિયન્સ વધે, આપણે જુદા જુદા લોકોના સંપર્કમાં આવીએ, એમની પાસેથી આપણને નવી ઓપોર્ચ્યુનિટીઝ વિશે જાણવા મળે, પ્રોસ્પેક્ટ્સ વિશે જાણવા મળે. એના પરથી આપણી જાત સાથે કોમ્યુનિકેટ કરી અને એક વે ડિસાઇડ કરીએ છીએ, એ દિશામાં સપનું જોઈએ છે, એ દિશામાં કાર્ય કરીએ છીએ, અને સફળતા મળે તો એ દિશામાં વધારે એક્સપ્લોર કરીને આગળ વધીએ છીએ. એટલે મને પણ એવું લાગ્યું કે બી પછી તો મેં 3 વર્ષ પ્રાઇવેટ સેક્ટરમાં કામ કર્યું હતું, 2 વર્ષ એકેડેમિકમાં કામ કર્યું હતું, અને પછી પણ 2 વર્ષ ગવર્મેન્ટમાં કામ કર્યું. તો મને એવું લાગ્યું કે આ એક નવો ગ્રોવિંગ એરા છે અને આમાં સો મેની ઓપોર્ચ્યુનિટીઝ છે. ભાજપ સરકાર હતી, અટલ બિહારી વાજપેયીએ સપનું જોયું કે ભારતનું ઇન્ફ્રાસ્ટ્રક્ચર એટલે રોડ, રોડ અને રોડ, હાઈ ક્વોલિટી ઓફ રોડ્સ. ટ્રાન્સપોર્ટેશન જેટલું ઇફિશિયન્ટ હશે એટલું દેશની ઇકોનોમી અપલિફ્ટ થશે. તો મને એવું થયું કે હું પણ ટ્રાન્સપોર્ટેશન સેક્ટરમાં મારી કેરિયર બનાવું. એટલે મેં માસ્ટર ટ્રાન્સપોર્ટેશન એન્જિનિયરિંગમાં કર્યું. હવે એ મેં ન્યૂઝપેપર એક્સેટ્રા વાંચતી હતી તો થોડોક આઈડિયા આવ્યો અને વિચાર્યું કે ચલો આવું કંઈક કરીએ. માસ્ટર તો કરવાનું જ હતું. બી પછી ઇમિડિયેટલી માસ્ટર કરીએ છીએ ને ત્યારે કદાચ એટલું ચૂઝન ફિલ્ડ નથી હોતું, અને અગેન જ્યારે મેરિટ બેઝ એડમિશન થતા હોય છે ને તે વખતે એવું તો કંઈ હોતું જ નથી કે મને જે બ્રાન્ચમાં એડમિશન જોઈએ છે એમાં મળી જ જાય છે. એટલે તે વખતે અમુક વસ્તુ એક્સેપ્ટ કરીને આગળ વધેલા હોઈએ છીએ. મારી પાસે ચોઈસ હતી કે મારે શેમાં માસ્ટર કરવું છે. મારો 6 વર્ષનો ફિલ્ડનો એકેડેમિક ફિલ્ડનો પ્રાઇવેટ સેક્ટરનો એક્સપિરિયન્સ હતો કે મને એટલી મેચ્યોરિટી આવી કે મને એવું ખબર પડી કે હું આ ફિલ્ડમાં માસ્ટર કરું. બરાબર.
Okay, ma'am. Thank.
Okay, any more questions from students?
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, Students, go ahead to proceedings.
Yes, sir. Thank you, ma'am, for such a kindly response. Now, I would like to request LB Jala, sir, to give vote of thanks
And concluding remarks.
and conclude.
Thank you, dear, providing me an opportunity for vote of thanks and concluding remark. Professor Reena Shukla accepted our invitation and made very good presentation. I thank you. Professor Reena has started with the discipline and lesson learned from BBM Engineering College. Your statement about BBM will carry out moral boosting for all the participants. Thank you for that. Professor Reena has highlighted and made very extensive presentations about the recruitment process, explaining what knowledge is required, how mark distribution is carried out, what processes are followed in various agencies for various positions they are recruiting. She has highlighted projects in various departments. She has also given about the idea of public sector units where GATE is important. They are trying to avoid the in-house examination for recruitment, so time can be saved. So they are considering GATE score as the final indicator. So it is very important for all of you to go or pursue the GATE examination. She has also highlighted various projects which are taken up at urban local bodies, taking Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation as urban local body. She has narrated road, building, water supply, drainage, road, how we have to go for eco-friendly and sustainable development projects. And later on, she has also highlighted what is difference between the seminar and projects. She has made aware about various softwares which civil engineers has to learn, and using this civil engineering softwares, how you can make a project really working at the site. She has highlighted present very important projects of the state and country, the knowledge of which will be very important as general knowledge, and at the same time the knowledge for civil engineers. All this will help to great extent to our students in selection process, and later on getting a project title selection and to go through the implementation of the project. Professor Reena, thank you very much for sparing your time and extensive energy for making the webinar a really success. All the participants, thank you for remaining present and learning very good things. Now you be smart to use the knowledge which is shared by Professor Reena Shukla. Thank you all. I also thank you, the webinar team, Professor Dhaval, Professor Jaideep, Professor Manali, and coordinator, Professor A.N. Bhavsar sir. Thank you all again. Jai BVM, Jai Hind. Over to you, team.
Thank you so much, sir, for vote of thanks. I would also like to thank all the faculty members for supporting us and all the participants for joining the session.
So, all participants, the register, you have to fill this form, which has been displayed in the chat box as your feedback form. It is compulsory. This and everybody must fill it. And once again, thank you to all, and very special thanks to Rena ji. Thank you, Professor Rena.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you to coordinator.
Thank you very much. Really, that was a very interesting so far as the students' point of view, if we concern, because they have got a very specific idea, as Jala sir has said, very specific idea to how to go and select the equipment. Yes. Thank you all. So, bye bye.